Right now, just a bit of a bummer in these parts. Part of the bummer, LSU's starting left tackle Tyree Adams left the game on Saturday, went to the locker room, came back out on crutches, did not return to the game. And Brian Kelly confirmed some reports from earlier today that Adams is expected to miss some time. He will not play in the game on Saturday against Texas A&M. That we figured. It looked like a high ankle sprain for a big man like that trying to play tackle on a high ankle sprain. It's just very, very difficult to do. So you're going to have to give him some time off. Potentially Texas A&M. Then you've got the bye week. Then Alabama. So maybe he can return for the Alabama game. But he's not going to play on Saturday. And so Brian Kelly was asked, "What do you do at left tackle if Tyree Adams can't play?" And he immediately said, "Well, DJ Chester will be out there, and we'll give Kern some reps this week." Look, and then he went further. Let me go into his reasoning. He said you didn't want to put a freshman out at left tackle in the SEC against a team in Texas A&M that's got some really good edge rushers. And he said that putting Josh Thompson at left tackle is just not the move. And I'm not a scout. I'm not a coach. I'm not an evaluator or an executive. I'm just a guy watching the game. But I just don't know that you can feel comfortable playing DJ Chester at left tackle for an entirety football game. I just don't. I mean, everybody saw the sack of Nussmeier on Saturday where the Vanderbilt defender just bull rushed and went right through and got the sack. It's a physical sport. It's a tough sport. Every offensive lineman has bad reps. But DJ Chester is an interior offensive lineman to me. He's a guy who has played center, has played some guard, and asked him to go out there and play tackle. To me, he just looks out of position. And so to me, I would play Josh Thompson at tackle and slide either Chester or Kern in at guard. Thompson played tackle at Northwestern. Apparently that's not something LSU is willing to do. I would then put Carius Kern out there. He played left tackle in fall camp. He's been here since the spring. He's big and physical, and yeah, he'll probably make some mistakes, but that's what I would do. We talk about Pro Football Focus a lot. Everybody has their thoughts on Pro Football Focus, but I tweeted this out yesterday, and it can't be this wrong. LSU's two tackles when Adams went out, so it's DJ Chester at left tackle, and then Weston Davis at right tackle. Their pass blocking grades were 37.6 and 23.7. And no matter what you think about Pro Football Focus, those are eye-catching numbers. And it is impossible that those two guys would have played a really good football game and had those types of numbers. Like, it is a reflection of what you're getting out of your tackle play right now. And Garrett Nussmeier is getting blasted. He is limping around the entire game. And to me, for LSU not to have a better set of tackles when your left tackle goes down is really disappointing. Really disappointing. Because the level of play is just simply not good enough. You're not giving up a ton of sacks. Nussmeier does a good job of getting rid of the ball. LSU throws a ton of quick hitters and screens. But the offensive line play is clearly not good enough on the ground and certainly not good enough in pass protection as well. And I would put Carius Kern out there at left tackle if it were up to me. My second decision would be to move Josh Thompson from right guard to left tackle. None of these solutions are perfect, but that's what I would do. And it just doesn't appear that LSU is even giving that consideration. So you're going to have to go into this game on Saturday against Texas A&M with DJ Chester and Weston Davis at tackle, and you're going to have to help them a lot with running backs and tight ends to pass protect, because what you saw in the game on Saturday and what you have seen when those two guys have been out there has just been difficulty. And every week I put together the highest rated players on Pro Football Focus and the lowest rated players on Football Focus, and you're seeing a lot of LSU's tackles on the lowest grades. You just are. And it's getting your quarterback banged up. It's limiting what you can do offensively. It's putting you behind the sticks. That was a huge spot in the game on Saturday where you're trying to go down and get the game-tying touchdown, and you immediately go behind the chains with a 10-yard sack, and then you get a holding call from the right tackle. I mean, it's back-to-back plays. You don't pass block on the left tackle, then you get a holding call on the right tackle that negates a really good play on a first down. it's just not an acceptable level of play. And we talked all August about this team. And I would say, look, I think they got good running backs. I know they got talented wide receivers. I like the quarterback. Defensively, you got a ton of depth up front and proven commodities there. You've got linebackers that have made a lot of plays in purple and gold. I like what you're doing to restock the shelves at DBU. I think you've got safeties that are really capable. I don't know about the offensive line, and it could derail things. And your offensive line play at this point is just not very good. It's just not. And it's just very, very difficult to try to win games when your offensive line is getting pushed around. And Vanderbilt's better than they have been, and they've spent some money on that defense, and they're old, but they pushed you around a good bit. And you can't score from the 1-yard line. You can't get your short yardage offense together. You're getting penalties. You're giving up sacks at crucial times. It's just not good enough. And it's just difficult to say it any other way. I don't like coming here and directly speaking about the performance of college athletes, but you look at the Pro Football Focus grades, you watch the game, you see the results. It's just hard to go anywhere else but to suggest that they're struggling there. And you're not going to have Tyree Adams, who's your second best offensive lineman, probably in the game on Saturday, and maybe not for Alabama. And that's going to put you behind the 8 ball. And it's just difficult for Garrett Nussmeier to go back there with any sort of confidence to step up and to deliver the football from the pocket when he feels like that there's a good chance there's going to be a breakdown on the perimeter that gets to him. Like, it's difficult mentally to go back there and play football like that. And I think you're seeing some of that, and I think some of that has trickled into what LSU has done. Brian Kelly said today that he likes the direction of the offense, likes some of the things they're doing, and they did do some good things on Saturday, and they did do some good things against South Carolina. But ultimately, you scored in the low 20s in both of those games, and you're one of 2 teams in the country, in the Power 4, that has not cracked 24 points in a Power 5 game. It's you and the laughingstock in Chapel Hill. That's a reality TV show. That's it. Those are the only 2 teams in the country that haven't scored more than 24 points against a Power 5 team. There are some positive things that are happening, but ultimately the points are what matter. And 24 wasn't enough on Saturday. So we'll continue to monitor things with the injury reports on the offensive line as we move forward. But the news of the day, Brian Kelly did announce that Tyree Adams is going to miss the game and that DJ Chester is going to be the starting left tackle coming up on Saturday against a good Texas A&M defense. We'll see how that goes. Hey, thanks for watching Hunt on LSU. Before you get out of here, do us a couple of favors. Hit that like button, leave your comments below, and subscribe to the channel for all your Fighting Tiger football talk. See you next time.